So my name's Kelly and my partner Ace is filming right now, and we call ourselves the TreeHouseChicks. And here's the treehouse. So when we first found the treehouse back in 2018, July, it was just the triangular structure that you see, the centerpiece actually. And when we first found it, it was in 2 alive ohia trees and 1 dead ohia tree. And since moving in here by hand with all foraged wood, we have built a porch, a lanai off the side here that's covered by plastic and has some pretty steep stairs going up. And I'll show you around the kitchen. In here there's some tables that we built by hand, propane fridge. We do have a fridge out here, which is pretty cool. Propane stove. I built this kitchen pretty much first thing when we found the treehouse. It was the first thing that I did. And as you can see, we don't have a faucet and we just have a gravity fed water, which we'll show you in a little bit, but it's really gross. It stinks. There's no piping. We have to empty these buckets a few times a day. And we try to keep our ducks out as well. They come in here and they poop on the floor and get into our food and really make things quite unsanitary, especially with our dish rack right here. As you can see also from down here, structurally, when we found the treehouse, there was a bunch of cables, and again, these trees were alive. Now the cables have all been cut, the trees are dead, and we are left on 6 of these tiny little ohias with small concrete blocks. So they don't, you know, they're not like cemented into the ground. So you have 6 of those, and if you come out here, you can see that this tree is now completely dead. Right here, this was alive when we moved in 2 days ago. I mean, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Oh, wow.
So this is on the side of the kitchen where the tree
Used to be.
Yeah, is no longer there. It's there and there. It was basically dirt at the bottom for the last like year. Super rotted out.
Alright, so we're headed up the treehouse. We're on the 2nd level. Hawaii's awesome and everything, but we do live in the jungle. There's tons of mosquitoes, and right now our bedroom is the only mosquito-free area, so we don't really get to hang out down here much. It's just kind of storage. We're going to pass our power bank, which is how we provide our own electricity, which right now is just a generator. This is the bedroom. This is where we hang out most of the time. Again, it's the only mosquito-free area.
We've got some storage, but we need more dry space.
Yeah,
everything's just piled on top of each other, and we're both artisans making jewelry and whatnot, and it's just a lot to try and, you know, have our workshop dry space also in our bedroom.
And you know, so when we first found the treehouse, it was in the middle of the woods, and we were squatting for a little while, which means we weren't telling anybody we were here, we weren't paying rent, we weren't anything like that, so we were trying to stay hidden. And after the, at the time, owner of the property showed up in March 2020 with a notice of trespassing and a machete, after I purchased it and we started cutting the forest down, not only are we now in 2 dead trees and no 3rd tree, we have no more wind protection. The forest used to really protect us from the wind. And Ace, if you want to look at this right here, I'm just going to move around for a second up in the treehouse and you'll see how much things
shakes a lot.
And we can really feel it now in the wind. You can look out here. This is one of the main reasons. This is the view from the top, the rotted out porch.
No railing.
No
right
railing.
Here.
This is actually also, that's our dirty water catchment overflow pipe, and here is our water. We only have 55 gallons, It's dirty, it's unfiltered, we can't drink it, we can't even really do dishes with it. It's pretty much just used for rinsing out our poop buckets, because we poop in buckets at this point. And yeah, it's just not, it's not safe. We're actually really thinking about moving into a carport on the property, because the last couple weeks we've had some wind and rainstorms where we have our uncle who's helping us with some of this, everything by hand, by the way, but you know, he called us and said pretty much, get the fuck out of the treehouse if you're there, because it's not safe. So we're trying to really figure out a way to either stabilize the treehouse, or we're gonna have to move into the carport and stuff, and we don't really want to do that. So that's why we're kind of asking for your help, because this place is really cool. It's 30 years old. It was built in 1991. All of the wood in here is ohia, which is a hardwood straight from our property. And it's just amazing. It's a dream come true. I love it here so much, and I really want a homestead, and it's, you know, without basic amenities, keeping back the jungle is getting pretty much near impossible. We'd love to see this place really alive and thriving, and we got the hard work for it. Again, we just need some help, so thank you so much, and we hope you consider us in homestead rescue.